Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. A few days ago, I did a video called I Bet You Don't Own Any of These Albums, and I think it has over 15,000 views, lots of comments. You know, most are positive and, you know, friendly and all and everything. But there was one, you know, of course, some negative comments, and one was, those aren't albums, those are CDs. So yes, I'm showing CDs, but they are actually albums that are on CD. And just like the first time, you know, it's an enticing title, which I guess worked. You never know, right? But I wasn't trying to do clickbait. I was seriously thinking most people would not own the albums I showed. But I was surprised. Some owned some of them, right? And there were, you know, 2 or 3 that said, I own them all, but you never know if they're being truthful or not. So I'm not saying that you don't own any of these, but I would be very surprised if you own, you know, maybe more than 3 or 4 of them. And I look forward to the comments. So this is a Canadian band, so they're very popular in Canada, but not as well known elsewhere in the world. So if you're Canadian, you might own this. But if you're American or from the UK, let me know. I'd be impressed if you own the Northern Pikes, a great Canadian pop rock band. Hits and Assorted Secrets, 1984 to 1993. Yeah, they had a lot of radio hits here in Canada. I think the biggest was She's Not Pretty. Great band. If you love, you know, pop rock, great catchy pop rock, I highly recommend you check out the Northern Pikes. And I even have it autographed. Now, this band, I'm sure a lot of you have some of their albums in your collection, but this was one of their later ones. I'm wondering if anybody has Steppenwolf, Skullduggery, is that how you would say it? I've never said that word before. And yeah, I think Steppenwolf is a very underrated band. And this is from, yeah, this is from this box set. The Epic Years. Now this album, I know that my friend Bob, better known as Janet Sampson, better known as Bob, he comments on all of my videos. He's talked about this album. But I'm wondering if you own it. It is the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band, or Bonzo Dog Band, The Donut in Granny's Greenhouse. What a crazy album. I love it. All right, another Canadian female artist from 1985. Great artist. Jane Siberry, and this is The Speckless Sky. Let me know if you have this in your album or CD collection. She's kind of like a Canadian Kate Bush, is how I would describe her. Very talented artist. Now, I'm sure some of you have Sparks in your collection, and Sparks Kimono My House, probably their most popular album. But do you have this in your collection? This came out last year. I've got it on vinyl too. And it's a bunch of bands doing cover versions from Sparks Kimono My House, including the B-sides. And it's like a lot of these bands are heavier, so the cover versions are heavier, obviously. And yeah, excellent. It comes with a very nice booklet too. Yeah, so they even do the B-sides, Barbecuity and Lost and Found. So 12 different bands, and really good. Highly recommend it. And another same idea with doing cover versions of a full album. This is with the drummer from Wings, who was on Ram. So he's on the drums for this 50th anniversary tribute to Paul and Linda McCartney's Ram. And this is really good too. And once again, they do the B-sides, the A and B, the single, Another Day and Oh Woman, Oh Why. So Denny Sewell on drums, and then lots of different other musicians on this. Now this, you might own and you might not. You won't own it if you're not a fan of, I know that Glenn Kellaway from the Basement doesn't own it. Lou Reed live in Italy. And this is just a really, really good live album. Great sound quality. So if you're a Lou Reed fan and don't have this, I highly recommend it. All right, more Canadian content, 2 more. Now this is a well-known band, but I'd be curious if you have this in your collection, because it's one of my favorite albums by them. The Guess Who, no, it's not American Woman, it's So Long Bannatyne. Let me know if you have this in your collection. There's the boys. And the RCA label, of course. Now this is Canadian and it's super rare. So I highly doubt you would have this in your collection. What a great album. Redneck Canadian by wait a minute, that's me. It's my album. Yeah, that's an album I did in, I think, 2006 with Eric Myers, who is seriously an awesome guitarist. And we collaborated on this. And there are some people do have this. They might not admit to having it, though. I've got a vinyl for you. Does anybody have this in their vinyl collection? Yeah, this is... she's not a very good singer. But she covers all the hits of the day. Downtown, A Hard Day's Night, These Boots Are Made for Walking, My Love, Catch a Falling Star. Okay, the final... I don't know how many are here that I've shown, about 10. This is just a band I feel is really underrated, a 60s band, and they just don't get enough love. They are the Buckinghams, and this is their final album, In One Ear and Gone Tomorrow. I'll be very impressed if you have this in your vinyl or CD collection. And that is it. Looking forward, well, I'm looking forward to some of the comments, except for the ones that are, those aren't albums, those are CDs. Thanks for letting me know. Bye, everyone.